Hi, this is Lee. I'm going to do a video early this morning before I need to do some stuff that I need to do, but I figured I would talk about something that I've thought about, and that's why don't I post much now? Well, part of the reason why I don't post much now is because in the past I posted a lot about how I felt about things. Music, fashion, whatever. And I got some responses, but it's not as though I've really made a whole lot of progress in anything. It's more like if I give an opinion about how I feel about something, I hope that there might be someone out there who has a similar view and can give me a comment on it. And if instead I get comments from people who say, hey, you talked about that before a lot, so what's new with this post? And those people either didn't give their opinion on what they thought of it, or they might have poked fun and gave a humorous comment, which is okay. But even though some of my posts are humorous, I find that occasionally if I want to talk about something in a more sincere way, that I would like to have compatible people thinking along the same lines as me, watching the video and giving positive comments. For instance, I happen to like the look of women who wear their shirts tucked in, and when they wear their sweaters tucked in, and you know what I'm talking about. I happen to like that look. It doesn't mean that I can't like someone who wears loose tops. What it means is that's my preference, in the same way that maybe someone might say that they prefer the sound of songs that use electric instruments as opposed to acoustic instruments. It doesn't mean that they can't like an acoustic song. It just means that they prefer electric instruments. And if they hear a song that was originally an acoustic song done with electric instruments, they get kind of excited because it's showing them doing something that that group didn't do before, or another group took a chance and did a song that way. In the same sort of way, if a woman who usually does not wear her shirt tucked in does wear her shirt tucked in, or let's say there's a woman who wears a jacket tucked in and it looks really good, and I want to show examples of different styles that women wear that I like, if I were to post that and ask people for for their point of view, sometimes in places where on social media I might ask, which do you prefer? And I'll post maybe a picture of a look that I really like, and then a picture of a look that I think is ridiculous or I don't like at all. And a lot of people on my friends list will pick the woman that I don't care for in looks. And their opinions aren't even based on the looks. They might say she looks more like, if for instance it's two women who are wearing a band t-shirt and one of them wears it tucked in and looks really hot, and the other one looks really sloppy with a really long loose shirt, and they say that the one who wears the long and loose shirt, whose looks aren't really all that great, and who kind of just looks like they're saying screw you, I just woke up and I'm about ready to go to the post office across the street to get my mail before I hop back into bed, as opposed to the woman whose shirt is tucked in and who looks really, really good looking. And I'll ask them, who do they think is more attractive? And the reason why they pick the woman who looks like she's going to the post office before going back to bed is because they say the woman who is all dressed up and looking that way is probably a phony and wouldn't talk to me if I wanted to talk to them, whereas the other woman is more real and sincere. And so I'm thinking, okay, does that mean that if you're, for instance, going on a date with someone, the main thing you're wondering about is whether or not the woman will talk to you on the date? Well, hey, that's simple. Ask your guidance counselor to go with you when you're on probation. She'll talk to you. She'll tell you to shape up or ship out. She'll talk to you. Or your teacher. Go out with your teacher to buy a textbook. Your teacher will probably talk to you if she's a teacher. Her job is to teach and to talk. So, what's your criteria? Are you even aware of what I'm talking about? And then there are pictures of women who have tucked in plaid shirts, and then there are other pictures of women whose plaid shirt looks really long with loose shirt tails, and the difference is, well, there's a big difference in their appearance. The one with her shirt tucked in is smiling and looks really friendly, and the one with the loose shirt looks angry. And they'll still say that they prefer to talk to her because they think that she looks more real and that the other one's a fake plastic doll. Well, what if you're walking down the street and there's someone really good looking and you happen to notice that they're good looking? Do you think to yourself negative thoughts about someone who looks good, and you only think positive thoughts about people whose appearance repulses you? Is that why we have the kind of divorce rate in this country? Is that why people can't really talk to each other about things? Because we're afraid of I don't know what, but that's one example. Another example is music and people who don't want to listen to a certain type of album because it's not in the genre of music that they usually hear. And that's okay, but the list goes on. And it is bringing me back to my point. This video is maybe going to have some people responding and some not. But the thing is, it's part of the reason why I haven't posted much. It's because when I have made comments like this before, part of it is I'm looking for someone who might feel the same way as I do. For instance, there might be a woman out there who dresses in a way that I like. And if she sees this video, if she responded and said she agrees with my point of view, that would be cool. But it's possible that in a video like this, I'll get mostly guys commenting, which is fine. But it's just like, for instance, if I were to go to a get-together, a place for men who are lonely and want to meet women. Usually in a place like that, the only people you're going to meet are other lonely men who are looking for women. You're not going to meet the women. So there needs to be more promotion or more ways of being able to have a video like this reach the people who I want it to reach. I wouldn't mind having fashion models or good-looking women who work in department stores or anybody who dresses up or who likes the sort of style of dressing that I find attractive. I think that would be cool. Because I'm not saying it never happens or never happened, but I think it's better if there's a little more of that sort of stuff happening instead of maybe someone commenting and I don't even know what they look like and they might not even use their real name. But that's up to them. But yeah, I would like to be able to post something like this and have more of a result that I want, as opposed to the regular typical result of maybe a few people saying, yeah, I agree, or hey dude, cut your hair, or whatever, And so that's why I don't post much here now, because I don't want to have to make false hopes. I don't want to have it be where the few people who watch it are the only ones who watch it. I would like it if more people watched it. If the people on my followers list who like my videos were to show other people, hopefully people who they think I would like or who are compatible opinion-wise, if you show them my videos, that would be nice. I would like to be able to have it mean something to me to post something. Right now, I posted this because I'm getting ready to do stuff, and I had some coffee, and I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about some stuff that I wanted to talk about. And I know it's a little bit of a long video, but I decided to keep it shorter than I could have, because if I continue on and on, then it will be like I'm repeating myself, which I have done before. And I get comments like, "You're repeating yourself." So remember that when I'm posting videos like this, I'm doing so because I want to be honest and tell you my feelings about stuff, but it doesn't mean that I want misinterpretation or I want people to think that I mean it in deceitful ways, because I don't. I'm like a regular guy who happens to have my own opinions, and I would like to hear from people who have similar opinions, because I think that's the only way that anybody can thrive. They can't really thrive from having adversity all the time. Sometimes there needs to be encouragement. And so if I did get some encouragement and I got some interesting comments from people who I would like to hear from, then that would be a way of me possibly feeling more enthusiastic about making videos. But I'll still do occasional videos now and again. But it will maybe be less of them than I would if I had more compatible people really digging what I say. Anyway, I hope that this has been at least entertaining for you. All right, take care. Bye.